Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's so great to have you here again. First of all, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Before we dive into today's project, I want to quickly apologize for the poor audio quality in the last video. Unfortunately, I only noticed the heavy background noises afterwards. I'm still learning and trying to improve with every video. Hopefully today's voiceover sounds much better. Also, please forgive me if I mispronounce or stress a word incorrectly, because English is not my first language, but I'm doing my best. In today's episode, we'll continue working on the guitar that I'm building. It's a tribute to the legendary 80s Schecter Dream Machine series, but with my own personal vibe and character. The body of this guitar is made from walnut, and it's very special to me. The tree once stood in my own garden, providing us with countless walnuts over many years, which we used to bake cakes, cookies, and so many other treats. Sadly, one stormy night the tree was knocked over by strong winds, but instead of letting it go to waste, I decided to honor this memory by tuning it into something lasting and meaningful, like this guitar. As you saw in the last episode, there's still some wood filler on the back of the body. I had to fill some small pores in the wood, and this was because to get a smooth surface. And today we'll sand down the excess wood filler and finish preparing the body for the clear coat. Well, the body has already been wetted and sanded 4 times up to 240 grit. And today I'll take a step further and sand it up to 320 grit, which I find is the perfect before applying clear finishes like lacquer or oil finishes such as true oil. However, going higher than 320 grit doesn't really add any value. It can even reduce the mechanical bond between the wood and the finish, which might cause the lacquer to peel off later. So 320 grit is more than enough, especially for a transparent finish. As you see, I'll be using a random orbital sander, and I like to use 3M Stick It Gold paper. It's a 320 grit paper, and first I'll remove the excess filler, and then I will even out the entire body surface with it. And always remember, don't just trust your eyes, use your fingers to feel the surface. Tiny imperfections that are hard to see can usually be felt very easy with your fingers. And it's very important to take your time. And of course to sand the entire guitar body. In some spots you can see me tilting the machine, and this is a little bit hard to describe because you have to feel it and don't overdo it. So if you never have done it before, maybe it is better to practice on some scrap wood. I also check the paper for clogging, and if necessary I will clean it up with my fingernail. Now I'm flipping the body and sanding the front side of the guitar. And also it is very important to let the machine do the work. So don't overdo it, don't press too hard, and the result will be amazing. It is also very important to set the machine to a lower speed. I have set mine to step 2 of 6. And of course, once machine sanding is done, I will sand the body by hand, especially around the edges and the horns and the curves where the machine can't reach easily. So take your time here, and any small flaw will show up later when the clear coat is applied. So be really careful and try to do your best while sanding the body. I always sand multiple times over the same area using different motions. So I'm going vertical and horizontal circular and even cross patterns, and especially around the body's edges and horns, it's crucial to be extra careful. And in fact, if you ever think about building guitars yourself, about 80% of guitar building is just sanding, 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 and even more sanding. Ask me how I know. I'm really sorry for the weird camera angles, but my camera is still fixed in place, so I cannot move the camera angles while sanding the body. So at this point, I'd like to say a huge thank you to a few amazing YouTube creators who inspired me to start uploading my own guitar projects. And first of all, I like to thank John from The Next Project. It's really a fantastic channel, and honestly, he's one of the kindest people I've ever met online. Also a big shout out to Sam Deeks, a great guitar builder from England. Also, I'd like to say hello to Hack's Guitar Hobby, to Woodford, I think, the guy from Canada. Sorry if I mispronounced it. And of course, Mill City Luthery and many others. Without their inspiration and passion, I might have never started building guitars myself. So please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. That way you won't miss any updates. And I'd also love to hear your thoughts. Would you prefer a classic single coil, so 3 single coil pickup configuration, or should I go with an HSS setup? So please let me know in the comments below. So you see, I'll take my time, especially around the edges and the lower and upper horns and all the curves where the machine can't reach. Some people like to wrap the paper around some pipes, so feel free to do it if you think this is easier for you, but I like to do it with my fingers because I think there is more control and feel. And for me personally, the most important part is to feel the guitar body and not just to trust my eyes. So what should I say? I think that's it for today's episode. And we spent a lot of time in this calm, almost mediative stage of sanding. So this was the second part of the Dream Machine series. I'm not sure yet how many episodes there will be. But if you're curious to see how this guitar turns out, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. So that way you won't miss any updates. And of course, comment if you like what you see, or even if you don't like. I always try to improve my skills, my video channel, everything. I would say this is a wrap. Thanks again for spending your time with me today. So, see you in the next one and take care. And thank you very much. Your Floyd.